Ballista bolt, mercenary. Alright, so now we have found our way into the shield hall. Let's just grab somebody else and walk into it. Alright, this is one of the first puzzles of the game. Alright, what you want to do is see the little plates. Just have a different member of your party stand on all the plates, and then have your main character, which I forgot what I named him. I think I named him Durin, whatever the generic is. And you get the Hadouken shield.
The skill of if it helps back to the.
There we go. We can't use the Hadouken shield at this point because it's a quest item, which at least I don't think so. Let me check. Nah, see, we can't do it.
Watch for the blood. Of those mercenaries. Onward, right. Let's get started. As you wish.
Alright, let's get Blight out of the game early. Alright, let's switch out here. I need you to attack him. Do you have anything? You attack. So, lock you on. Shield bash. Archer's doing his part too. There we go. But Archer is down again. Archer is holding it down with ferocity. There we go.
You wish. Let's get started. Die like this.
So we can pretty much get it done, yeah. Just like that. Our Archer's holding it down with the deaths. Good lord. You know what's bad is they give you all warriors here. I'm not sure if the scout's considered a rogue, but like he hasn't got enough stats to pick out these damn traps. Alright, there we go. Alright. So we've got the shield of Hadouken. Let's go ahead and save it again. Surprised we got out that. I forgot all about that battle. And we'll go up this way. It's very easy to get turned around in this area right here. So you want to kind of pay attention which way you're facing when you come back out. Because you'll end up coming back to this area thinking that you're heading forward. I wonder where that light's coming from. You know, as much as the dwarves do stonework, you know, it looks like they'd have a much higher, you know, natural strength. Looks like it'd be like a +4 or something instead of a +1.
We've got this. What's that?
What this cutscene is basically telling you is, if your brother was going to spring a trap on you, he'd most likely do it right here, and that's the way it's going to happen. Alright, here we go. Remember, this area is yeah, there we go. Damn, Ginger taught me. Nope. Oh, see, I got turned around. I told you, happens every fucking time. Every fucking time I get turned around. And I trigger another trap. Come on, get up, Durin. There you go. Move the little dwarfy legs. Let's see. It's a natural disaster. Yeah, right here's where we met the scout. So we go up. And we should be... This is where we fought our first real battle. Alright. Damn. You know, what I've always wondered about the Darkspawn is, like, you'll notice in the Tower of Ishlau coming up, why do they put heads of the enemies everywhere? Like, they had just attacked the tower, and the first thing they do is put the heads down. Alright, so you come up here, and your brother Trian is dead. And somebody had murdered Trian. And your father shows up with the hunting party. And you get... And that guy right there basically blames you for killing Trian. And he sets you up. And the scout also goes with him and says that you set him up. There's a bunch of different dialogues here, but it all ends up in the same aspect. You end up exiled. Alright, so we also leveled up. So, alright, so since we leveled up, I want to go ahead and get 20 strength. And I'll put our last one into dexterity. Alright, since we have to wait level 4 to go up any higher on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shield pummel. I mean, I could go down our defensive tree right now, but I know that you get an extra skill point when you do the joining. So I hit the shield pummel, and on my joining skills, I'll hit both of them at the same time. And right now, shield pummel helped me out a lot because I can stun the enemy, and it's also the sword shield warrior's hardest hitting attack. Assault hits hard too, but it hits 4 times for less damage. Whereas if you critical hit with shield pummel, you can do upwards of 200 damage throughout the attack. Whereas you'll do 130 with assault. All right, there's your buddy, which is he's basically your bodyguard, your royal bodyguard.
Look, if you survive,
and what they do is they exile you to the deep roads to fight by yourself. And
here is the prisoner, Lord Haramont.
Exile you to the deep roads to fight until you're dead, and they give you nothing but a sword and a shield from your father. Longsword. So we'll move that to junk. Alright. Lord Haramont actually helps you out right here, as he's like one of your father's like right-hand man.
As you wish.
So if we can get the spider down. Your father actually gives you one of his old swords he trains with. It's got like a +2 attack. It's pretty good for what it is right at this point in the game. It's better than the sword we did went and found the shield. There we go. One spider down. Inventory. Some rough leather armor. It's a great sword in case you do it. If anybody's wondering, we are playing on Nightmare. Just in case it looks a little too easy, whatever. All right, got another gen lock here. If you play a dwarf, I suggest playing the dwarf royalty. The only difference between a dwarf royalty and a commoner is one, you're integrate. When you come back to Orzammar for the treaty quest, you're the way people talk to you or about you, and basically the royalty has the luxury of having remember the royal bodyguard Gorm, or however you say his name. Well, he's in Denerim, and if you come back to meet him, he gives you the Aducan family shield, which is a really good shield for killing Darkspawn. And he also he'll buy stuff from you at 50% the cost instead of 25%, like which every other merchant buys from you at 25%. So if the thing's worth, let's just use big numbers, they're easy to round. Thing's worth 100 gold. They'll give you 25 gold for it. A normal merchant would. but your buddy, he'll give you 50 gold for it. So you try to sell when you get your backpack full, you try to sell everything to him, and you'll make a lot of money doing it that way. Alright, we got shield pummel. So let's use this. It's just like shield bash. It's just another form that actually does damage. Where shield bash just gives you free 2 attack. There we go. We're gonna easily beat this guy. So don't worry about the skills again on him. The dark spawn shield. I bet you that stone's cold as shit to your feet. Looks like they give you some shoes or some shit.
Push. This should
Oh. Alright. Gorm's actually his name. I don't know why I'm calling him Grom. What Gorm basically told him is that Duncan is in the Great Warrens are training in the Deep Raiders, and that if you could find them, you could probably convince them to get you out. So,
on it.
so that's our way out of these deep bros. We gotta find Duncan. Okay. You wanna backstab me? Get out of my hizzy, son. Superior guard armor. This is really good armor. This is some of the best armor you're gonna get on the Origins. There we go. We'll be using this armor for a while, at least after loitering. Shield bash work on the leader. See, the sword shield build is based around isolating people and support. Like almost all of the sword shield is centered around using. See these deep stalkers? Since I put this big armor on, they can't even hurt me. I'm just gonna let this guy chop away at him. Since the leader's down, they have no chance of killing me. Unless they go 20-20-20 and all the D&D fans know what that is. We're gonna use this just to hit him. Not a chance to hit. There we go. What you guys got? Dwarven longsword. Dwarven boots. Here's some boots for us. This is just a dwarven steel. Actually, shit has nothing on it. So yeah, I'll be using the dwarven longsword. Which changes its color a little bit. Alright. It's a natural reaction. If I was going through here, I'd be worried about the stones being red. And there's Duncan.
What
My hit rate's atrocious right now, 72%. And I got the Kinslayer trophy. Alright. Imagine this should load.
we will be.
A royal welcome.
There's no.
Now you're talking to Big King
Don't-
Kalen.
Your
I'm not.
dis.
No.
They have a really nice
What the
Kalen
king said
montage
is-
in the Return to Ostagar DLC. If anybody ever
Until-
out there is wondering what DLCs to buy, if they didn't get the deluxe edition like I did, the DLCs I would buy if you're on a budget The golems of Angarok have the best has the best reward stuff. Like it give you the Reaper's Cudgel and the House of Dice for Forgotten Sash. Witch Hunt gives you a bow and some nice mage armor as well. But end game, the two that makes the end game makes it really easy is Warden's Keep and the Return to Ostagar DLC. And what they have is basically all right, let's see what we're doing here. Shield defense or shield block. Character on the shield side. I'm gonna do this. And what that basically what they basically do is they give you access to like King Kaelin's armor, Duncan's sword and dagger, Merrick's sword, which is the sword that King Kaelin used. And they're all really, really good, and you can do them really early. They also give you the Magistrate's Staff, which is probably the best staff on the game, which you can get almost immediately. Well, the best staff in Origins. Staff of the Lost is probably the best staff on the game, at least in my opinion. Alright. What you want to do right here, I think I've said this before,
Any last wishes I can
is you want to come to the Quartermaster twice.
Have you seen an elf running about?
Alright, as you see, the Reaper's Cudgel sells for a lot of fucking gold, but we're not going to sell that right away. Since I want this to be as, let's see, selling all the extras, sell junk. I'm not using any of that. Let's buy that. Alright. You want to buy, the Quartermaster here has backpacks. See, that gives you 10.
Life is fleeting, you know.
And you can get 2 backpacks out of the Quartermaster. And you can get one now for 50 silver, which is dirt cheap compared to most backpacks. And you get another one later for another 50 silver after you come out of the Kakari Wilds.
As the
Alright, so we meet our buddy Alistair here, which he's pretty much we're only going to use him for the first part of this game, and we're going to pretty much shelf him in the camp and use him to carry gear and shit. So all right, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the Quartermaster real quick. I want a different shield.
Hello again. Is there something?
I hate the way these
I
small
also
shields
have
look. Let's see what you have. See if I can get a cheap shield from him. Large rounded wooden shield. Let's go and get that. Yeah, that's more like it. That's a man shield right there. Yeah, it also has the dwarven look to it. Let's go and talk to the Kennel Master.
I have met. Go.
This is recruiting dog, which I don't know if we're going to be using dog either. But dog is
Well done.
Come to he's a character that you want to use, but you don't want to give up another character for. Like he's really really good, and because he is so good, it's kind of heartbreaking.
That's me.
Cause he has a lot of really good skills and abilities, but you kind of lose like versatility. All right. Grey Warren's Cache. Alright, let's go ahead and unhotkey this. Have both our things on the very front here.
I'm told you all.
Went ahead and cut the video off right here and start a new file up. Like I said, the reason for this is mainly because of there's a hour limit on Sony Vegas, and I don't ever want to test it. So I'll be right back. Hold up.